Hello world. It is I, Suzie Toot, and we are here, week 3 of TOOTOBER, baby. You have already seen the incredible, super exciting Zombina and the Skeletones version of Bonecoming. Today, we are getting into the makeup and explaining the lore behind it. So let's get into it, baby. Let us rock and roll. It's gonna be strange doing this as a makeup tutorial because the concepts are the same, but the makeup look is fresh. So I'm teaching myself as much as I'm teaching you. But we're doing classic at this point, Suzie Toot white face. Instead of orange for the beard cover and the color correction, I just do a layer of foundation. Anastasia Beverly Hills. Matte something foundation. I don't know what the name is. And I already primed. Don't fucking come for me. Not to prime is a crime, diva. So while I do this, I'm going to tell you the sort of how this version of Bonecoming came to be. Bald! Bald! It's really changed the vibe. Where's my twig? The people ask me a lot, this is the Kimchi Chic, the most concealer in white. It gives a little bit of a fairer, like Chapel Roni white. It's what I've been using for a while now. So I'm gonna do this while I tell this tale. Ah! Ah! Do not use any image of this. In high school, I discovered a musical called Zombie Prom.
The Zombie Prom.
This is also the first time I knew who RuPaul was. The first time I saw RuPaul's face was in Zombie Prom as Miss Strict, the film version, that I think is still on YouTube, so please check it out, it's so good. It's cheese and it's ridiculous, and then in college, this was 2022, I believe, we got to direct our own things, and they wanted us to direct dinky little like 2-person plays. I said, I'm doing a 10-person musical and I'm going to choreograph it and costume it, direct it, and also film it because it was COVID, and have Dan behind the camera edit it. Shout out. Sorry, I'm allergic to nerds. And this Halloween, when I was getting ready to do Zombie Prom, I got so into Halloween, I got into it deep and started listening crazy to Halloween music. You know, I mean, the Monster Mash is the blueprint, but then you explore deeper and there is more to go. Zombina and the Skeletones is the greatest Halloween band that exists. Zombie Hop, Raised in Hell, Janie Got a Dissolvo Ray. Then, fast forward, 2023, Halloween, my friends and I, the most talented friends in the world, we were really dedicated to this Bonecoming idea of a zombie girl who asks a skeleton to the Bonecoming dance, and doing it as a song and a music video, because shout out to Toe, songwriter to the stars, incredible musician, has her own albums out, please go listen to them. And then you have Dan, an amazing filmmaker. It was ridiculous, no money at all, done in front of a green screen and then just outside in the neighborhood. It's beautiful in its simplicity and its low budgetness. Videos, hey! This everything, okay. First, let's level. I'm a working drag queen who is currently traveling the world. So yes, I have bags under my eyes. Yes, every makeup product that I own is disgusting. That's gonna have to be okay with you. I am using this disgusting gray Maron stick. I think it's called something cute, like Monster Gray or something, to do the contour before we powder down. So Bonecoming's release was, I don't want to say nobody cared about it, but we who made it loved it a lot more than I think anybody else did. There were definitely people in Fort Lauderdale that thought it was cool. We used that footage in my Drag Race audition tape. It was the same team that built that. So it was definitely like on its way to something. And in the promo Meet the Queens, whatever, I got asked, what is the weirdest thing about you? You can insert the clip. But maybe a quarter is Halloween music. I could put you on Zombina and the Skeletones, fucking Ghoul Pop, baby, like, without thinking about it at all. I was just like, I love this band. Zombina, and also by association, her Skeletones, found the clip and were so jazzed about it and so excited that they got this shout out on MTV. Every like weekly runway post, they would like comment something and they were like following the journey, which is, I mean, so much more than I would have ever expected them to do and be doing. What's cool about this Monster Gray is that it's very literally cool toned, which is great for doing shadows and contours. And I have warmer grays in here that you will see the magic work. Concurrently, the Suzie Toot fandom is gaining power. rising from their graves. There was a smaller, cultier fandom behind Bonecoming. Because it's still on YouTube, you can watch it right now, and it makes my heart sing because it's something so foolish that we made with no money, that we really loved. We weren't expecting it to do anything, and it certainly didn't. It's super cool to see people enjoying it and doing fan art of it. I was so in love with that, and I really, my brain was already going with like, how can I repay these fans? Once I was eliminated from Drag Race, Doc Horror, who I adore, of Zombina and the Skeletons, he's their producer and does a lot of stuff for them. He reached out to me and said, hey, are you interested at all in working together and doing music and making something, collaborating? And I said, no fucking way does Zombina and the goddamn Skeletons want to work with me on something. What if we did this expanded, everything Bonecoming could have been if we had money and time and more talent behind it? Thus, Bonecoming Part 2, the remix, was born. Back to Bone. Electric Bone Glue. It's still Halloweeny. Electric Bone Glue! This is the moment where I do something that I have not done before, this style of eyebrow. We'll see what happens. I want to go much higher than I usually do. I powdered down, by the way. You didn't need to see that. You're so demanding. Because I have to visualize where my like fake eyelid is and try to go higher than that. I'm using the Kimchi. She really does me so good. You need to leave! You need to leave! I learned this method from a Crystal Method makeup method tutorial, is to do the crease of the eyebrow first, because it helps you visualize it, especially because my eyebrows are generally so thin. It helps to make them symmetrical before you're adding any black and like really fucking shit up. And we're about to go and shoot Bonecoming extra scenes. We wanted to like pay complete homage and respect to the original version. I didn't want to do something that felt like it was erasing the original version, and we're just adding a new look to the Spooky Sue universe. A new and improved 2025 Spooky Sue. Lydia's monoculous runway, stunning. Her eyebrows are so outrageously high, and I think they look so pussy. Like, they look so cool and so weird. Huzzah! We are back with gorgeous new eyebrows. They're not perfectly symmetrical, and that's okay. Like, you look at 2022 green homecoming dress Spooky Sue versus this like kind of 80s punk rocker Spooky Sue. I think it's exciting to see what kind of waves and things can come out of her. And this idea of a Suzie Toot multiverse has also existed for some time. Of course, you should check out on YouTube the teaser for Dichotomy, our short film, because that it stars Gloomy Toot, who's like this German expressionism mime diva.
The mouse.
The mouse, as everyone else fucking knows him. Not a mouse, it was a heart, and everyone called me Mickey Mouse that day. When we were doing the makeover, Jules's dad said to her in Spanish, I don't want to butcher it, but said basically, the rat is going home. Okay, and now we're gonna do eyeshadow. We're doing a green eyeshadow look, which means we can introduce a new character, which is, shout out to Acacia Forgot and Asti Cosmetics, the Rodeo Rouge palette. And we're just gonna fuck around and place this all over where it needs to be. I need to know if you guys fuck with Halloween the way that I fuck with Halloween. Fuck out of here with copyrighted characters and dressing up as cute little like movie characters for Halloween. We are doing ghosts and pumpkins and witches and vampires. Hell, throw in a mummy. Give me a good green zombie. Not a bloody scare, like, oh my god, skeletons. Skeletons are skeleton, well, let's not talk about Skelleboner, please.
It's also be pirates.
They can also be pirates. If you couldn't tell, I like to be messy with the eyeshadow. But because there's a lot of stuff that goes on top of it, so this base layer is just like getting the main color on there. We have the freedom to go up this way because my eyebrows are less closed off. Miha Massacre has one of the coolest mugs that I have seen. She has such a cool, like, crazy shape to it that is so unique and I've never seen on another queen, especially the eyebrows, the way her eyebrows look. And like recently that and Divine have been huge. Like, drag makeup can be anything. So how dare we limit ourselves to trying to look pretty or whatever. And that's not to say that I completely defend everything I did on the television program RuPaul's Drag Race. Green is, in fact, my favorite color. You let a green dip into teal territory, blue and green, not for me. Give me lime green, give me toxic green, give me true green. This may shock you because Susie's favorite color is red. That is different. The one brush I ever use. This little diva, who has been through hell, is the most important brush that I use. So now we're going to cut our crease with the Kimchi White Concealer. The look is made by Beck Jones, who I love so dearly. And you guys know him. He did my promo look, he did my octopus look, and he did my finale Audrey 2 look. He really has such a cool perspective. He gets what I'm doing. He's a theatrical diva too. Has the most incredible understanding of texture. The layers and the details of this Bonecoming look are so insane and so cool. And it also will be coming with me on tour. I love to tour. I go through hell touring.
Go through hell touring.
And action, Michael.
I love to tour.
I just spent my whole day at the Emmys with Michael Jackson, and he was a hoot. Okay, we've dealt with the eyebrow situation as best we can. It's not completely ideal, and it has made the eyeshadow a little splotchier than I'd hoped. Because we're drag queens and we're capable, we're gonna run with it and kind of like grunge it up to make it look right. Let this be yet another lesson in test the makeup before you do it. So this is very classic. Suzie is outlining this cut crease with a black, and we're gonna smoke the black out. When Doc Horror of Zombina and the Skeletones had reached out to me, and we sort of came up with, I sent them Bonecoming and said, hey, do whatever you want with it. Like, you can change the lyrics, change the music, change anything about it. He sends me back just one of the coolest things I've ever heard in my life, because it's something that me and my friends made, and made just for fun, and the lyrics are silly and foolish. And he added this layer of like unimaginable talent. And I thought he was gonna send me back a little like put together, here's what it can be. But he sent me basically the finished track with Zombina's voice on it. Like, he got in the studio and put this thing together, and I was so blown away by it. And really working with them has been such a dream. And they have a new album coming out this year for Halloween. I think it's called Sinisterio. That's a cool ass name. I don't wash my brushes. There's a tutorial with, ooh, that's a nice green, I didn't use that yet. A tutorial with Gigi Good where she like wears gloves because she was told once that like dirty brush in your eye can like cause spinal paralysis or something. And that's like why she's like super careful. And I watched that and I said, I'm still gonna be exactly how I am. I'm like, at this point, I have not washed them so fiercely that like, I'm just gonna get a whole new set before tour, throw these brushes away. She will be with me till my last dying breath in drag. Also, a little bit about YouTube in general. If you couldn't guess already, I and my friends were born of the YouTube generation. CTFXC, Wheezy Waiter, the Nerd Fighters. Do you remember Ray William Johnson?
Do I remember
Equals
Ray
3, bro. This is not new territory for me in that way. And of course, like Trixie Mattel, I was a huge, and I still am, I watch every video she comes out with. And now there's this sort of like new wave of Gen Z drag queens specifically becoming YouTubers. Like that disgusting monster, Corey King. I'm here to rock her shit right and get more subscribers. I wanna be on channels that I love and watch now. I'm a huge Smosh fan of the new Smosh cast. Angela and Amanda and Shane, have me on, please. I'm also a huge Drawfee fan, which is, there is the Venn diagram of Drawfee fan and tutors. I've been watching so much gameplay of the game Peak, even YouTubers I don't care about. I just think it's so fun and so silly. And also it's cool dynamic gameplay with like whatever. But Peak is like you and your friends have to climb to the top of a mountain, and there's like 4 different layers. And I'm gonna get into this, I've already explained this to you in the first video, but I have pretty hooded eyes. But I hate the look, for Suzie, I hate the look of that like bat wing, like ch-ch. So I just kind of make this funky little triangle I'm no makeup artist. Y'all saw the show. If you have some tips and advice, go ahead to leave them. But don't think that I am someone who's trying to inform you of how to look like Plastique Tiara, because that's never gonna happen.
But you let me know down in the comments what you think.
Lesbians should be in charge of everything. However, I think I can handle YouTube. So yeah, a lot of the Suzie Toot method is just going over things until you think it looks fine. And I'm at a point where I could almost call this fine. Oh, and then you went to adjust the camera and I thought you were like, ding. It's wild to me that this video will not see the light of day until Butt King is well into its journey. This is a show that we've been planning for months now. I'm really proud of it. I think we have some really cool surprises for the fans. New numbers, new costumes, and the costume contests we're doing every day of the tour. I want you guys to post about who won the costume contest every day and like supporting each other and looking at each other's pictures. I think that stuff is so cool. The tutors like wear. We've done the Butt King show twice now. We did it once in Brooklyn and once in Arkansas before this big tour we've started. The energy at those shows, if you were there, shout out to you because we had so much fun. It was the closest I felt to like being a rock star. And I could feel it. I could feel that everyone was excited to be around each other. This like sapphic, lesbian, ultra kind Tylenol energy. And I cannot wait to do this tour and do like 21, 22 of these amazing ROCKSTAR shows. And to also do the same number for some time instead of having to figure out every single week what I'm trying to do. Hopefully I will like that and not be so sick of it. Let me clean my brush. And look, my fingers are black because of this has somehow gotten onto the mirror. And I've just been holding this. So this is really, you're getting the true Suzie Toot experience. There was a picture of me that got posted to the Drag Race subreddit. I'm so high. It's like after a show, it was a selfie. And my eyes are a bright pink compared to my stark white under eye. And someone commented like, she should start painting with pink. She's gonna get that high. That would be a fun idea for like a 60s look. Where I do like pink eyes and smoking Suzie. I did a number back in the day to Love Shack by the B-52s. I've been on a huge B-52s kick recently as well. I did this like 60s look and in the middle of the song I grabbed my friend's weed pen and did this, and there was like audio of Ronald Reagan talking about like the devil's lettuce being a disease and the war on drugs and stuff. Every so often we stumble into a piece of art that is divine in nature and meant to be. And Love Shack is one of those.
Their shop.
One of my favorite Jules-isms is she'll go, no, no, girl, no. She did it recently on Bob's channel, so instinctively, we just said it. You can see it on her face that she's like, what we are going to do is finish the eyes now that you've seen basically what's going down, and we will come back once I am done with these eyes. Catch on the flip, tutors. We are back. The liner, the inner corner liner really changes the game, and then I added a lot more black to the shape to make it bigger. I have the sniffles, by the way. Nothing else. I think it looks cool. I think we've salvaged it. This looks sick, so I'm gonna move on to doing some gray smoky contouring with, as I mentioned earlier, this much warmer gray than the gray that's on my face already, and that's gonna give us dimension. And that's what I always do when I have like completely black and white looks, much like my Emmys look, because I was at the Emmys. Let me get on a soapbox real quick while I'm here and futz around and doing this. The thing that I love so much about Bonecoming is that we made it with nothing. And if you want to make something, if you have a cool idea, if you have art in your brain, make it. It doesn't have to be perfect, and it shouldn't be perfect. And if it was perfect, it would be less than if it is imperfect. I want to revere it and put the old version on a pedestal as opposed to point out what's wrong with it and fix that. With AI, art, and all this nonsense and this nothing and this slop that's being put out by companies, just let this be a reminder to you. Just make the art you want to fucking make. No excuses, buddy.
Get your butt in gear and do it.
I have found a new way to do my nose. but it kind of is a softer, blended version of the two different styles that I had before. Like I had a very hard button nose situation that didn't read from every angle, and then I had a much more boring version that was very blended and straight down that I started around Lollapalooza time. And then this kind of just like is a soft way of doing both. Oh, and I gotta contour the forehead, because the forehead will be present. Scary Godmother is one of the greatest films to ever exist. Using animations over again because they don't have the budget. It's so good.
It's kind of their Bonecoming.
It really is. And then they just made a sequel. They said that was perfect. We're gonna do it exactly the same way again. Monster House is really, that's
like
that
definitive Halloween.
100%. Also, in the same vein, Paranorman. Paranorman is shockingly good because it came out at the same time, and I'm not to diss Frankenweenie. The Scream movies, I've just now finished watching all of them. Scream 2 will forever be my favorite. Scream 2 is so good. It introduces the concept of the stab movies, which I think is like the gold. The opening sequence is so crazy and gnarly and in its simplicity. And then I think Scream 1, because Scream 1 is fantastic and it's perfect. Scream 3 is camp. I think the rest of them I think are interchangeable. That's my stance. Okay. And now that's all that's left to do is the lips and the lashes. The lashes, of course. And we'll be done. And we'll be ready to fucking go to the goddamn Bonecoming dance with the final look. What is it? See how I go from this to this. This hair is fucking crazy. This hair was done by Truffle Pig Wigs on Instagram. Absolutely the most insane hairpiece that I own. This look there was trials and tribulations, and this look came together, and I feel like I look like a punk rock zombie Suzie Toot. That's mission accomplished, baby. Now, we, in my time, are gonna go film the extra shots and extra scenes in the Bonecoming video. Please check out that video again, now that you know the behind the scenes tea. I look over here because there's a mirror, and I cannot stop looking at myself. It is so cool. Check out Bonecoming, check out everything. We got one more video coming up, a special surprise video that I won't tell you about until it's released. Like and subscribe to the video, share it with your friends, hit that little notification bell if you want to know when we're posting videos. I love you. Keep making art, baby.